Welcome to a brand new episode of Drag the Leg. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Malfrino. With me, as always, the late great Pat George. How you doing, you handsome son of a gun?
Andy, I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I'm having a darn great day.
Oh heck yeah, you
Heck
son of a
yeah.
gun!
Oh, fart.
Fart in my bottom.
I think I've officially used all of the crude words that aren't curse words for now. So until we find out some new ones, how you been, buddy?
I've been pretty good. Sorry for the late episode. I had to kill a cat this weekend, but we talk about that on Panties in the Mouth. So
Right.
let's move on and
You
not
didn't
address
have
it.
to though, right? You wanted to.
Wanted to. I was feeling the tingle, and it
Yeah.
was the only thrill that would satisfy my lust.
Once you take the katana out of the sheath, you have to use it. It has to spill.
Exactly. They're exactly like fire extinguishers. Once you start using it, you have to slash.
Yeah, once you pull the pin, you got it's like anything else, a grenade, fire extinguisher, katana. But hey, Andy, we're here to talk about music, okay?
That's the excuse I'm going to use when I go on a mass killing spree, like falling down.
What? I took the katana out of this.
What? You have to
Oh,
shoot every bullet in the clip. You can't just shoot one.
damn it. We
Oh,
almost made it without talking about a mass shooting.
I don't know, dude. We just got to be ourselves.
You're right.
The YouTube algorithm can deal with us. I saw a clip of Louis today about him just talking about being yourself, doing what feels right, and just saying, heck yeah, heck you, algorithm. I'm
Yeah.
Andy, and I'm happy to be myself.
Why don't you heck
And I
off,
don't need
algorithm?
Patrick, please. And I don't need no gosh darn algorithm to tell me how to be me. I want to live my life the way I want to live it. I want to love who I want to love.
That was beautiful.
Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about today?
Oh.
We're gonna get into a bunch of stuff today. How to act at concerts, how to not be an elitist. But I do want to do a little tease. I have not thoroughly discussed this with Pat, but I am deciding this is what we're gonna do next time. We are gonna watch Hamilton, and I'm probably
yeah.
gonna shit on it.
Yeah.
But I was here. I was listening to the heck was I listening to? Oh yeah, it was Bonfire. Shout out Danny Sodes, Big J Okerson. They were talking about Hamilton, and they played like a clip from it, and I was like, I forgot. I was like, this is dog shit.
Yeah.
This is like extra strength bad, and it encompasses like everything I hate because I think of a lot, not everything, but a lot of things I hate. And one of the big things is like I see this a lot of times with people doing because I'm into trying to, I got what some people call a stupid idiot brain.
Yeah.
It's a technical term given to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
He was hitting me while he said it. He said, "Please stop biting me, sir."
Yeah.
Um, but no, I got one of those. I got one of those dumb guy brains, so I like to try to make it a bigger brain. And in the process, I try to watch these like educational and history videos and stuff. And constantly, they'll be in the middle of be like, "Here's how we dug out the Suez Canal," and then they'll be like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," trying to make a joke, and you're like, "You're talking about a goddamn canal. I don't need funny." And music has the same problem with it. People don't respect like hip hop takes skill and effort to learn how to do right.
Yeah.
And they'll just like, you know what we should do? Maybe when we sing about the founding fathers, we'll do a little hippity hop. And and a lot of, I'm not even trying to come at Hamilton specifically, but a lot of these genres try to like shoehorn rapping and hip hop when they have no gosh darn business doing that. And that's coming from a dude who just loves Limp Bizkit. Now they figured
Yeah.
out a loop. They figured out a loophole. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I don't know. I feel like there's this. It's weird because it's one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the hardest genres to do right, and people just it's similar with comedy. Comedy is one of the hardest things to do right, in my opinion. I think it's like easy enough to get on stage, be funny enough, kill, get some laughs, yada yada yada. But like to really do it at the top tier echelon is a hard fucking thing. Same thing with hip hop. So when you see people just being like, I'm gonna take a little bit of this so fucking fat Midwesterners can get their jollies tickled,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, it annoys me. So clearly I'm going to go into this whole Hamilton experience very unbiased. And Pat, what
I
are your
have
feelings on it?
I have kind of the same general feeling, but my thing is more having a dumb idiot guy brain, and but I not dumb enough to where I don't smell bullshit when you try to make learning cool. Do you know what I mean? Like anytime they start going like, it's all about the Constitution, and then we had the founding fathers. Now, you know what I mean? Like I I
That's such a
understand.
good point. Don't trick me into learning. I was
Yeah,
thinking about
this
no,
is not
they
going to
do
make me
that.
interested in Hamilton. It's not going to make me interested in theater, because it's going to be just too. If I had to make a prediction, because I have, again, like you said, I've heard some of the songs that people, I honestly thought at first ironically liked, but like there's one that's like I'm not gonna give up my shot or something like that, and they're just like, and everybody, goosebumps right now. I
Yeah.
I hate musicals. I don't like making history and learning fun, and I don't like the same shoehorning of like, we're gonna take the culture, because it's the thing about hip hop that I've understood. I don't know a lot about hip hop, but I understand that the better artists in hip hop are usually the more genuine artists in hip hop. The people that are like, I like doing this, I like doing this, I'm a free spirit kind of shit. Like Snoop Dogg, the person who smokes anywhere, no matter what, at all times, and everybody, and somehow has gotten to the point where he's like, everybody just goes, yeah, it's just accepted that's you. If you invite him, that's what's going to happen, because he was his genuine self through a lot of years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It just, to me, there's still like and now the fact that he's gone to this whole weird thing where he's just like, I just want to do sports commentary and and other shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's that kind of shit. Like, genuine isn't Broadway, in my opinion. There's no,
No.
it is the most polished live performances I've ever known to exist. And it's also like, to me, I don't know.
Well,
It doesn't check any boxes for me. So that's why I never really checked out Hamilton, but I will absolutely watch it just for the shits and gigs, for sure.
yeah, I really want to. And I will go into it as unbiased as humanly possible. I will give it an absolute fair shake. But I'm just saying, I know me and the snippets I've got of it. I can only guess how I'm gonna feel. No, it was funny. So one thing I wanted to say off of what you said a little bit earlier, where you're like, don't make learning cool. And it's like,
Yeah.
who, or in like the fun way, you can do like there's certain ways to do it, but like in the fun way that we're talking about with like me
It's
and the
too
founding
obvious. Yeah.
fathers are gonna do it real quick
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. It's like, who that works for? Children.
Children. Yeah.
It's this thing where it's
It's
just like grown adults are like, ooh, the Constitution's getting rapped at me. That's so quaint. And then
and I didn't even know that about the Fourth Amendment. That's crazy. Did you know that? Yeah.
I didn't know the Fourth Amendment was so fucking groovy.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do like to be taught things, just like you. I like learning things. But when I go to learning things, like you said, and you brought this point up, learning things can be fun, but they're not funny. They're not cool. They're cool in the sense of, like my mom says it. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. So if we go to Hamilton, that's that's the energy I'm giving you. I'm not giving you like, no, it's actually really fucking good. I'm giving you that, oh my god, that's so cool. He rapped Louis Thoreau. You know what I mean? Like, he somehow figured out a rhyme for Washington. It's really good.
Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say is, through the time this musical's been around for a while, and no one who I've never had someone whose opinion I respect on music or hip hop. None of them have ever come up to me and go, you gotta check out Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's always just been like, it'll be like my brother or my dad, and my brother has good taste in music for the shit he likes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll never trust a thing he says about hip hop. Same with my dad. And like when I see my brother coming up to me like, no, you don't get it. They like, it's about the Constitution, but they rap. And you're like, you guys have never talked to me about this. I could like, and I'm not even trying to be shitty to them, but it's like, if you guys love this, I have a feeling I'm going to hate this. Like, if you're giving me you got to check out this rap song. It's probably a bad rap song.
Yeah, I would like to say in my opinion, I don't think I've ever given a bad recommendation unless on purpose. Like I've done it before on purpose plenty of times. But if I'm suggesting something to you, it's because I think that you'll like it. But to know you and to be like and to say to you, no, I think you'd like it. Like no, I like no, but you're the same exact thing with me. Is people have said to me like, no, it's good. Really, I think actually,
Yeah,
I think actually Lemaire has told me it's good.
really.
I'm pretty sure. Have you checked with Lemaire about his opinion of it?
Lemaire's
I mean,
he's like
you
he's a
can't trust
wild
Lemaire
card.
at all.
No, you he's like a wild card on music suggestions. It's odd. Like on one breath he'll be like, I remember like he was going on about how with the one Kendrick album, or no, I think was it Kendrick, or I think he was making fun of white people coming themselves over Pimp a Butterfly. I can't remember
Yeah,
which
yeah,
one it was.
that's probably
But
that.
I know like he's going crazy over like Bruno Mars right now, which I fucking love Bruno Mars right now. I
Yeah,
think
he's great.
the shit he's doing right now is it's not even just good for Bruno Mars, it's just good fucking music.
Yeah,
And but then he'll like I remember one time he was trying to sell me hard on like Maroon 5 and I was like, "Buddy, no."
yeah. No, they're good pop songs. They're pop songs. Like
Like
they're
here's my thing about Maroon 5. I don't shit on them cuz they never try to be anything they're not.
right. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but as my friend, if you're gonna sit me down and go, no, dude, Maroon 5 bumps, I go, no, they don't.
No, I've heard them. It's the same thing with somebody said, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about this in the past. But Nickelback, the same idea with Nickelback of like
Oh yeah.
I don't hate Nickelback. I think that Nickelback, the band, the musicians are
Yes,
excellent
I know
musicians.
where you're going. I'm not mad at Nickelback,
Right.
but
But don't like I've heard them. They are legitimately nothing new. There is nothing new or inventive about that band. They are doing things that I've heard a million fucking times before. They're not doing it in a new or fun, interesting way.
yeah.
They're just Nickelback, but they're excellent musicians. I can't stress that enough. The drummer for Nickelback fucking rips. That dude rules. But but Nickelback does not rule. And don't tell me that they fucking rule. And if you tell me they're your favorite band and you're not like, it's wink, wink, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta kill yourself. Not, I mean, are we at 20 minutes? God damn it. God damn it.
No,
Andy,
I told you,
I
dude.
really tried.
I told you. No, we let it fly here. The YouTube can fucking figure it out.
Algorithm this, okay, bud? You know what I mean? But I just it's the kind of thing of like if you're telling me no Nickelback though, like no.
It's always funny because
I didn't have to do a deep dive on them.
have you ever had anyone try to like slip in the Nickelback after you've, because I remember I realized I was at the gym recently and I Stand Alone by Godsmack comes on. Now here's the
Yeah.
thing. I don't know any other
Is that the one where he
Godsmack
goes
song.
and get away? Is that song?
What?
Is that the song? The Godsmack song? I'm trying to think of. And get away. Is that the song?
No, it's I Stand Alone. And when it hits the chorus, he goes, stand
Oh yeah. Okay,
alone
I'm sorry.
inside. And it's like, dude, it's his fucking vocal melodies
Yeah.
and just everything going on. That shit came on at the gym, and I'm just like lifting weights, like, let's go, boys. This is where it's
Fucking
at.
stand alone.
This is what it's about.
I don't need a spot.
And I was just like, I remember I was telling someone, I was like, yeah, like, I gotta be honest, like Godsmack rips, and then they tried to slip in a Nickelback, and I go, stop right there.
Stop it. I just uncovered a gem. You
But I think
are trying to
that
sell me a turd.
you made a very, very good distinction on the whole Nickelback conversation because it kind of got away from us for a while because people were just going to the Nickelback reference like it was a creative thought.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you found out they weren't that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry, I got the bubbles in me. I've been drinking beer and eating poorly.
Nice.
I killed my cat. I've been off the rails, dude.
Yeah.
My acid reflux has been going crazy.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Feel
yeah.
those feelings. Eat them too.
When they send them their ashes back, I'll fucking do it like in what was the movie? How High? Nate made a joke about that. I never actually saw it.
I could have done that for you, by the way, gratis. You know what I mean? But
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
That's like your fucking specialty, man.
That's my part-time job, brother. I go out there, I catch them, and I snatch them, and I burn them up.
And then people say, "Hey, did you get my cat?" And I lie to them, and then I burn them up.
$50, you can get them back. I get
You
the
just
$50 and I fucking skip down.
You don't even work anywhere. You just start fires by the train tracks and keep cats held hostage while people cry to have them given back to them.
Hang them over the fire and go, huh? Ooh,
$50 or a big old can of beans.
And that could have been you, Andy, but you know what? But yeah,
what was I saying?
Those feelings you were talking about.
It's like this kind of segues into something I wanted to tell you about this because I was actually excited to bring this up because I think I know your reaction. I think it's gonna make me giggle. But no, I was trying to listen to this podcast called Disgraceland, which shout out Disgraceland. You seem like I listened to a little bit. You seem like you have a good podcast. And like the thing is like, oh, John Lennon was actually like a big fucking dickhead. And all this shit, and
kind of a racist guy, I think, also, or something.
Yeah, shit like that. Had that picture of him walking weird that they showed on Family Guy that just is odd.
Yeah.
decided to ruin the Beatles by marrying the worst ass in the world.
Yeah, that piece of shit, Yoko Ono. I fucking hate Yoko Ono, dude.
Well,
I don't know if that's what you were bringing up, but
no, but like wait, how do you spell her name? Yoko. Yeah, it's like the first thing. You don't need to know fuck all about her. You just need to just to be like, oh, this is a video. This is a video of her performance art. This is a video of her at her art show. And this is what she determines.
I love the subtitles.
You just watch that, you're like,
those dickheads paid so much money to be there. Those fucking dickheads paid so much fucking money to be there. Yeah, those fucking dickheads.
You just need to watch that and go like, oh, you're an asshole.
You're a stupid fucking asshole.
You're a stupid fucking asshole.
Dude, I would pay her fee, whatever it is. I'd pay whatever her appearance fee is to have her on the podcast just to call her a fucking dipshit to her fucking face for 2 hours.
It'd be so fun.
2 hours of her time.
To be like, we paid double your fee. You're not leaving.
Get out of that chair, you dipshit.
Hey, you stupid bitch.
Turn her mic off. Turn her mic off.
It'd be so funny to book her at that, and as she's about to grab the mic, just snatch it. You go, you shut the fuck up, you stupid dickhead.
Dude, the round of applause you would get for that of like, oh my god, thank God. Right, we hate her, right?
But yeah, dude, you just need to see that, and that's her level of people need to stop and watch me do this. You just look at that and you go, oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
And you're a fucking asshole. I don't even know why do we get on that. Oh yeah,
you're talking about the Beatles. Sorry,
yeah. John Lennon decided to marry that monstrosity of a lady. And fucking, you really bring out the bad boy in me, Pat. I'm not this hot. I'm not this hot on other platforms, dude.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You triggered the fuck out of me when you brought up Yoko Ono. You didn't even have to say her name. I was just like, fuck that. I don't hate the Beatles. I don't necessarily love the Beatles. I don't really give a shit. They're good. Wait. They're great. Sorry.
Here. No, I want that, but let me get to the thing, and then we can do that.
Okay.
No, so I'm listening to the podcast, and it's annoying me because a lot of times when people you'll have a good thing, and then when people present that thing, they always have to they do this all the time with the fucking Beatles. They'll be like, all the fucking time, they'll be like, the greatest band to ever do it. And I'm always like, I get it. They were the biggest, they had the biggest impact, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But it's and I'm not trying to be a fucking cool guy, because I also do think it is a cringe fucking thing to just be like, I actually don't like the Beatles. You're like, well, stop. They're good. They're
Yeah.
good. They're fine. We're best case,
They're a
like
very good
worst.
band.
Yeah, they're a good band.
Yeah.
But then it's like but it's this thing where I'm like, it was just making me laugh because I try. My instinct sometimes is to be the contrarian, and I try to fight that because sometimes it's like, it's not interesting to just disagree with everything. That's not
Right.
that doesn't make you interesting. So I go and I'm like, let me pull up a Beatles playlist, and I just like, let me start at the beginning, and I listen to the first album, and I get through the first album. It's just like, it's like watered down doo-wop and blues with
Yeah.
like, I wanna hold your hand and take you to the park. When you left me, I was so sad. And I will say they got good fucking harmonies and all that shit, but it's just like, it's the same fucking thing over and over again of just like bubblegum horse shit. And then I'm like, it's just making me laugh because when they put this shit out, it's girls fucking freaking the fuck out. They're like ripping their pussies out and throwing them
Yeah.
at Paul.
Yep.
Like, it's just, they're just going, and I'm like, okay, maybe music just fucking sucked then. Maybe this was the best they had to offer. And so I look when their first album was out. Spotify said it was 73. So I go to this best of 73 playlist, and what's the first song? It's fucking Stevie Wonder, and immediately kicks in. I was like, oh yeah, this is so much better.
So much better.
Wait, I have the playlist because I was like trying to give the Beatles the benefit of the doubt the whole time, and then just the first like 5 songs. Yeah, it was Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life on Mars by David Bowie. Smoke on the Water, good song, but we've heard it too many times to give it a proper assessment.
What's the fuck Inagata Davida is a fucking banger.
That one rules.
That song still
Got
rules.
Crocodile Rock by Elton John. Let's Get It On. But yeah, and it's just like,
Elton John's another one that I'll say Elton John is fine.
I'll fight you on Elton John. Elton John fucking gets me. Elton John hits me somewhere special because he his ability to like combine chords and all that. It's like it's his shit to me. Like, he does have stuff that's like fun and over the top and has really specific melodies and shit, but also his way of like blending like chords and rhythms and stuff. His shit creates more of like a feeling, and it's just nice. It's all just nice music.
Yeah, yeah, but it's
I
all
don't know, dude.
manufactured.
It's the music of a dude being flamboyantly gay in the 70s. That's just some brave music.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I mean, if you're, I would say if it like, so your point with the Beatles is just the fact that they're essentially like Nickelback back then, right? Like
Well, kind of. I
or the
wouldn't go
fact that
so.
they're definitely not the greatest band to ever be a band. They're never.
No,
They're
they
definitely not.
just
But see,
you
okay, so how many of those, like the ones that you just named, how many of them came after that Beatles album? Because that's the unfortunate thing. This is maybe the distinction that I think people need, and it should be the Beatles, the first band to ever do it. They are the first band to kind of do all of this shit.
Yeah.
Like they're
Well, they're the
first
first.
like, major band, like group. But even
Well, they're
before
the.
them was Elvis, right?
Yeah, they're the first group to be like a whole just like overwhelming sensation the way they are. No, here's the thing. When you go back, and I'm not going to be too harsh because I don't I want to actually go through and listen to more of the Beatles because I don't listen to the Beatles heavily, and I want to also from this statement exclude shit like Sgt. Pepper's and the White Album when they were more experimental and shit like that. But I'm saying, like, if you listen to their early hits, it like the music's good, don't get me wrong, and the Beatles were a really tight band. Like, I was reading this one book, check it out, it's a really good book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, but they were talking he's talking about like why he's talking about in the book why these people who are like really good at certain things, why they're so good. And the Beatles were such a tight band because when they started, they had like a nightly residence at this club in England where they would play like for 3 hours every night. And they just ended up being like a really tight, good fucking band. But then at the same time, if you listen to a lot of their early stuff, you go, this was all the middle of the road shit at the time. You know what I mean? The people who love the Beatles are the same, like the people who love the Beatles back then are the same people who in like the fucking 90s are trying to tell you Bruce Springsteen's the greatest thing to ever fucking touch rock and roll.
Right.
And you just go back and and I hate to use young kid language, but it's all just fucking mid, dude. I'm
Yeah.
using it because I'm using it because it cuts to the point of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I think the Beatles where it goes back to fucking like the Hamilton conversation. Like people who fucking listen to fucking music, like who the who what fucking music fan is really going around being like, you guys got to check out Hamilton? It's people, and I'm not trying to sound fucking pretentious, but I just am. Uh, but like, it's the people, it's all the people who are not really like fucking deep into the music shit. And
Right.
then on top of that, I do firmly believe Beatles weren't necessarily the greatest band to ever do it. They were the band with the greatest PR department.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's a dude, go back. Credence fucking rips. Fucking ELO rips. Chicago rips. But they didn't have a marketing deal set up with fucking Kohl's and JC Penney. So every 5 feet in there, you don't see a fucking Chicago t-shirt and shit like
Right.
that. Now, I don't know. I'm also not. I want to make it really clear. Like, I do acknowledge that they're a good band, and it was also too. I bet a lot of it had to do with timing, and they were just the first. They were first to fucking hit that nerve and do that shit right, and all this other stuff. But I'm just saying, it's like, can we stop? Like, I think this encapsulates it the best. Remember, did you see that movie they did a couple years ago where everyone got amnesia and they all
Oh
forgot
yeah.
about the Beatles,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one dude had all the Beatles songs and everyone just
And then
heard
he
it.
plagiarized them.
Yeah, he just stole all the Beatles songs and everyone just heard it for the first time. And just because they had never heard the Beatles before,
And he got
now he's
shot
the
outside of a hotel.
yeah, and now he's the biggest star in the fucking world. And I just watched that and I go, absolutely not. If you just dry run the Beatles in
Yeah.
the 2020s or whatever it was, the 2010s when that movie came out, if you just dry ran the Beatles in the 2010s, go fuck yourself. No one would give a shit.
Yeah. I if like so I have a weird thought. I think I uncovered between our Beatles and our Yoko Ono talk. I wonder if John Lennon himself was the Kanye of that time.
Go on.
'Cause I feel like he was immensely loved. Everybody loved him, and then would just do things as many times as he could to try to like contradict that. Like it again, marrying that terrible woman, talking about like anti, establishment, anti this, anti that, like whatever it may be. He was anti war. He was anti all the things that were popular at the time, racism, you know, he was all that stuff. So I wonder if he would, but he would also do things like say, what was the thing? I think it was early on when he did the thing where he said like,
We're
the
bigger
Beatles
than Jesus.
were bigger than Jesus and stuff like that. Like that's kind of a big thing that Kanye says. He calls himself Jesus all the time.
Well, I
Like,
guess
you know what I mean? Like,
the difference in that example is they walked that back quick. Cause like back in that time,
yeah,
if you
but
would have
let's just say comparatively, if you're doing the exchange rate from that time to now, like this guy's calling himself Jesus, but he's calling himself he leaned into the ego, not so much the message.
yeah, so I'm not super well versed in like John Lennon like that because I couldn't tell you like the things he did were they controversial.
I mean, I think that maybe a better way to put it would be Kanye is a updated version of John Lennon.
Maybe.
He learned from all of his mistakes. You know what I mean? He dated a
What?
beautiful woman that doesn't sing. He always wears a bulletproof vest when he walks around.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
He's he's
Fair enough.
he's John Lennon 2.0.
He definitely saw where John Lennon fucking missed and course corrected that.
Right. He's like, I'm not gonna sign anything for you. Get away.
If only John Lennon would have lived a little bit longer and Kanye would have been like, "Oh, don't be a Nazi." Gotcha. My
Oh,
fault. My fault. My
oh
fault.
fuck. Shit. Sorry. No, I think that like overall, like the amount of bands, like I think the credit that the Beatles get for being the best band ever is a lot of times it's like because everybody has like a favorite song or album of theirs. There's nothing that nobody. It's really hard to like you said. It is kind of like hacky at this point to be like, I hate the Beatles. Like you can't really hate the Beatles.
Yeah,
Everybody likes some
there's
era of
always
the Beatles.
one song that's gonna get you
But
minimum.
overall, like to say that they're like, okay, that makes them very popular. Like you said, they're a very popular band, or they're, yes, they have experimental songs, but even the experimental songs are pretty like, um, the song Hey Jude
Yeah,
is a song that is just them saying, nah, 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 for like 9 minutes.
yeah.
To me, that's not fucking groundbreaking at all, but it's somebody's favorite song.
Well,
So you can't yuck somebody's yum, is what I mean. So
yeah.
overall, to say that they're the greatest band of all time is horseshit. But to say the first band to do it, I think in a lot of those cases, like they kind of are. But
Well,
it doesn't mean that they're the best.
you also got to look at like their song. You also got to look at like their songwriting on the whole, because and you got to look at the context of the earlier shit. It's all just like
Sucks.
I what?
Does not hold up. Sucks.
Well, it all just is lyrically just ridiculous. It's just lyrically
Yeah.
stupid. And it's that kind of shit where it's like whenever you get like a big pop star, like I'll take it from what's her name? Pat, what's her name? No, fucking
Yoko Ono.
Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. Like if she was like, this song's about this, it's like, all right, you got more of that like weird goth vibe to you. So I believe that you're actually like writing your songs about shit or whatever the fuck. But it's like, I don't know, like when Ariana Grande is like, well, this is what it's like, I don't, or like I feel like it's the same thing with Beyonce or some shit like that, or if Michael Bublé was to be like, this is what this song's about. You're like, it's not about anything. It's just a fucking song. You had a big team and you all wrote it together, but it's not like about anything. You just crunched the numbers and figured out what the good song was. And that's
Right.
how like the early Beatles lyrics were. And then the later Beatles, it's like, all right, well, that's when they got into their dirty hippie mode. And hippies are arguably some of the most vapid people you'll ever meet. So
Right.
it's like, and I could see them being fucking geeked out on LSD, which I'm not hating. That sounds like a good fucking time. But I could see them fucking geeked out on a bunch of LSD, and they're just like, it would sound cool if we say nah 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 for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then they're like fucked up, so they add like all this meaning and all, but you're like, nah, you
Yeah.
say fucking nah 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 over some good old chords. I don't know.
There was a thing that I saw about the song Help that they did forever ago, where like I guess John Lennon had a really fucked up relationship with his mom,
Yeah.
and she was like abusive to him when he was younger and stuff like that. So he was really depressed as a kid and shit. So like the lyrics are actually, I remember somebody saying, but I don't know how, like, so uh so much younger. Wait, what is this? I never needed anybody's help in any way, but now these days are gone, and I'm not. Oh wait, these days are gone.
Pat, can you read?
No, no.
It's
What the fuck are you talking about? You're the one that dubbed the Pat effect.
the what?
The Pat effect, where I just see letters and then I just kind of go, yeah, that's good enough.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Here, I'll bring it up on the screen.
I'm just worried for you, man. You're looking directly at him.
I do not know how to read.
All right, I need somebody help, not
I
just
need somebody, not just anybody. I need someone. Help. Like it's him literally reaching out for help. That's what this song was supposed to.
yeah,
Was supposed to be, but it's sung in this little. You know what I mean? So do you want to read it?
yeah. So much younger than today. I never needed anybody's help in any way, but now these days are gone. These days are gone. I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the doors. Help me if you can. I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? So what'd
So
you say it was about? His mom like
it's
beating the
about
shit out of
depression.
him?
This is about
Yeah.
depression. Do you know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
even what's, and I actually like this song a lot. This is
And this
actually a
is one of
really
their popular songs. That's what I'm saying. Is like there actually is like there's substance in their songs. There's
yeah,
good
but
songs
wait, let me
for
say
sure.
let me say what I was gonna say is, but at the same time though, it is you just by reading those lyrics, because this is what pop music does a lot of times. Pop music takes a substantive topic or song and then they go, all right, we got to smooth this out. We got to smooth. All right, it's too specific. This applies too specifically to you. We have to smooth it out and have it apply to anyone who could be possibly hearing this. Like you realize that in pop music, where anyone listening to it, they could take those lyrics and apply it to themselves in a very like general or specific way, however they want to take it.
Yeah, I think so. I just it's one of those things that like when I heard that fact, because I was like in the same camp as you, somebody who's like the early shit is just like pop bubblegum bullshit, whatever. But that was like I was like, help. I think that was one of the earlier ones when they were the little fucking teeny bopper boys or whatever. I just love the fact that you're seeing this kind of progress. You see it try to be replicated so many times over and over again, and that's probably why they get so much credit, because they're just literally the first band that the like you said the record companies tried this on, and it fucking worked. And now they get dubbed, the whatever. It's the same way that like Elvis is named the king of rock and roll, but he was just doing a lot of old blues songs that he heard as a kid, and he's just, you know what I mean? Like it's all gonna, there's always somebody that's gonna shit on your point, but to say that they're the greatest band is like, I don't know. But I think we've definitely raised a couple of really interesting theories here.
Yeah, I want to get deeper into the Beatles catalog, because I realized I haven't listened to it as much as I thought I would have by now. But it was making me laugh, because like I will say without any hesitation, that first album was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
almost unlistenable.
it's good like one or two, but I remember I was at work just doing whatever, and I kept having these moments where I felt like I was like Jim in the office, because I felt like I was just looking at no one, being like, "Do you fucking hear this?" Because I was like, "What the fuck is it?" Like, bro? Like I said, one song doable. After about 4 or 5, I was like, "This is fucking dog shit."
Yeah, it's bad. It's like it's distractingly awful. Like it's
Yeah.
to the point where you're like, what the fuck is it? And like I said, that song, Hey Jude, is another one. That's why that stood out to me, was like, that's the song where I'm like, that, like after 15 minutes of fucking na 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 na, I'm like, is this song going to fucking end? And I hear it gets me every fucking time. Next time you listen to it, I'm gonna ruin the song for you. And
No, I
people
I think I
probably
know.
love this. The
I
part
think
where
I
he
know
goes,
what you're about to
Judy,
say.
Judy, Judy, Judy. Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right, shut up,
Enough.
dickhead.
And they still have the audacity to fade it out. Suck my dick, Beatles. That song you can put at the bottom of your list.
Have
Okay.
we talked about that when like when they fade songs out, where you're like,
I hate it.
have we talked about that?
No, I think I brought it up once to you, and it was like, because I was like, I don't understand how bands can do that. And like, what do you expect to do live? What are you gonna do live? You gonna just turn
Or
your
just
fucking
do what you
instruments down?
fucking do. Like, I can't
Write an
like
ending.
put I can't put my finger on it specifically why, but you're like, just end the fucking song.
It's
Uh,
because it's not finished. You didn't finish it.
just like, here, hey, every band, just real quick, da 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 da, like just do
Yeah.
that.
Dun
Just
dun dun.
like
Look,
literally,
I just stopped.
when you're just playing the song, you just need Ringo to go like la da 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 or whatever the fuck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Sha-da-da.
sha. All right,
And
let's yeah. So there you go, Beatles. You thought you guys were in the clear, but nah. Andy and
we don't
Pat
hate you,
always,
but we're gonna take you down a rung or two.
yeah, you guys have been too good for too long. Andy Pat needs to come at you. Let's move on to something else.
I cannot believe Yoko Ono is still alive. I cannot believe that. I'm sorry.
Every day.
If she
She's
outlives
still
all of
alive.
them, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cry for sure. That's the only day I'll cry. If all of the Beatles die before Yoko Ono, I'm gonna cry.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Sorry. I was trying to think which topic we should go to next. Do you want to talk about people staying on stage for too long, or that dude talking about hardcore bands being commercially viable?
Oh, the first one.
You want
Yeah.
you want to talk dude staying on stage too long?
Yeah. Because
All
I
right.
have personal experience with that. The other one, I don't even know most of the words you said.
No, remember that tweet I showed you where the guy was like, "Hardcore shouldn't be commercially viable."
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
so.
You
Yeah,
want
but
to talk about
I
this?
don't know. Maybe if you could explain that to me, because I don't know what that exactly means.
You don't know what that means?
Yeah, I'm totally up for talking about it, but I only know about staying on stage for too long because I've done that before.
Okay, well, actually, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. So yeah, this video here, let me pull it up. We don't really need the sound because it's more
No.
about the visual. Sorry, audio listeners. But who's this band? Currents? And
Mhm.
yeah, we got this dude. We got this dude right here. Pops out on stage.
Almost looks like the lead singer of Pennywise too. That's
Like he
that's the thing that
literally.
threw me off at first.
Oh, really?
I was like, what's the guy from Pennywise doing there? And then I was like, oh, is that just a fan? And then I thought I seriously thought the lead singer was gonna fucking fuck him up or something. Either shove him too hard, punch him, but
Yeah,
like
that's
that's so anticlimactic.
yeah, he was very polite. There was actually a lot of people were sharing their experience with that. But oh wait, that was the other one I was gonna pull up. There's another one. This band. Have you ever heard of the story of the year? No, story so far. You ever hear of them?
No, I've heard heard of Story of the Year, but I haven't heard of the other one.
Yeah, so there's a band, there's a like in that era where like pop punk bands started to sound kind of like hardcore bands and stuff.
Mhm.
There's this band Story So Far, and then they broke up, and then the lead singer of that band started this new band called Under Pressure, No Pressure, I mean. Yeah, called No Pressure. And I guess they posted this video, or no, Hate Six posted this video. Shout out Hate Six, puts up really good concert footage. But yeah, dude, this dude, you see the dude down at the left?
Yeah.
He just like sits on stage. I don't know what he wants. He's like pointing at the lead singer, like, yo. And then the dude's kind of like,
You just kicks them.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta go, buddy. Come
you
on.
gotta go. It's like, I don't,
He's
dude, I
almost
don't know.
autistic.
Bro, I maybe that honestly, that's a super viable option. I just stuff this stuff boggles my mind because I'm like, I would have so much fucking anxiety
Yeah.
just being like, the band's gonna be so mad at me.
Yeah, they don't like this kind of stuff.
But like it's I don't know. It like I feel like that happens in like a similar thing happens in comedy when like people are yelling at the stage and they'll be like, I'm trying to help out. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
You
So
paid the you paid the ticket. Just be quiet and
you know
chill.
you know my anxiety. I think I can't remember if we've gone over this or not before, but I've definitely I have the anxiety. I don't like being front row for concerts, not because of it's like uncomfortable. I can get my way up there. I can get my spot if I want. But if I go up there and the lead singer comes to me at a crucial part of a song to have me sing, I I I'm not going to be able to do it.
No?
I don't know a lot of lyrics. I don't know not I'd say if I'm giving percentages out, if I'm going to throw a percentage out to you, Andy, it's probably maybe 50-50. Like of
You know,
every
50
song I
50 of the
know,
lyrics.
it's I definitely because I don't know. I don't sing. I don't normally I like to I I don't like reading. I think we've gone over this a little bit earlier. But
Pat, is it you don't like it or you can't?
I don't like not being able to. So it's not necessarily like unless it's very clear, and a lot of times the lyrics in a lot of the songs I listen to aren't very clear. They're either talking real fast or they're screaming it. So a lot of times I don't know what the fuck you're saying. So if the microphone comes over to me, or if I get on stage and I do that, that's the thing that gives me the most anxiety. You put your hands on the band, like I understand for the most part they're pretty cool. They're like, yeah, I'm used to this. There's like your fans come up here and they come up, but then you start singing and then they go through a verse or whatever, and then they get into the chorus, and the band, they do it, and then they try to sing the next verse, and like the lead singer is always like, "All right, buddy, like I got it." I kind of want to be like, I paid to see these guys sing. Like I don't give a fuck about your dream, and if this is your favorite song, you get one verse, mate, in the chorus, or a chorus and another going into another verse, but you don't get more than that. Then you gotta go,
Yeah.
and you have to jump. That's the thing. To me, this is the mistake I made. I was seeing the Dead Kennedys without Jello Biafra. It was the lead singer was Brandon Cruz, who was
Oh, and you jumped on stage during Holiday in Cambodia and you only yelled the N-word.
right song, wrong word.
You could just feel it coming. That's when you started pushing.
Hey guys, but he's like he stopped the
You're just
music
like,
right
when
before
the
that. No, it was Holiday in Cambodia actually. It was because so this was the cool thing that
wait. Sorry. One last part of the bit. You're getting beat up, and you're like Randy in that one episode of South Park. Where he's like, what? What? Oh, I thought this was America. Oh, what? We can't sing songs. We can't sing songs.
So I it was Holiday in Cambodia.
What year was this?
Damn, I don't know. Early
84.
yes, 1906. I can't remember
So
actually.
wait,
It was early 2000. What?
was it Jello? Was it the Dead Kennedys or was it Jello and Friends?
No, it was the dead. It was the full Dead Kennedys without Jello Biafra. So
Oh,
I've seen collectively all of the Dead Kennedys. Just I've seen Jello Biafra do his spoken word, which was
oh,
weird. And then
really?
very weird. Or yes, or did I say it? Yes.
Jello Biafra spoken word was weird.
Yeah, it was a little odd.
I'm shocked.
A lot of references I did not understand.
Were you
talking
when you
about
so
the Dinah Shore show, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Dinah Shore? Why do you
so when
always
you
talk
were
about her?"
when you were watching the Dead Kennedys without Jello, were you sitting in the audience like, this is good, but his voice isn't silly?
Yeah, it was. He wasn't even trying either. He was kind of doing a holiday, and he was closer to the guy from the B-52s, but
You
not
kind
as
of
flamboyant.
oh yeah, that's just silly.
He was still kind of singing, but it was like you could tell he was kind of putting it on. I posted a picture of a bunch of my old concert pictures. And I'm just seeing if I can find the one if it's on the top somewhere, but I don't think it is. Shit. Well, I don't. It had to have been 2008, something like
Yeah.
that, maybe 2000. But I was I got a. It was they're like I don't know if they said for everybody to come on stage or whatever, but just everybody kind of flooded the stage. So
Yeah.
but they kept playing. It kept going, and I got up on stage, and then he stopped the music because because somebody stole his necklace, his dog tag that he had around his neck.
Oh.
That had his daughter's name on it. And
Oh
they would
shit.
not finish the show and nobody could leave until he got his necklace back.
Wait, so you got held captive by the Dead Kennedys?
Not like anybody on stage, anybody. Like he was like saying like
Yeah.
nobody gets to go and we're not finishing this fucking song until whoever fucking took my dog tax gives them the fuck back. Like it was angry dad mode on a million. Like that was first of all, if it's special to you and you're gonna invite a bunch of punk rockers on stage, don't wear it on stage.
I was gonna say, there's a strong argument to when you go to the punk rock show,
Yeah,
to not wear a really important sentimental piece of jewelry.
yeah, yeah. Don't wear your most important prized jewel. You know what I mean? Like if you were on the Titanic and then you go to a punk show, put it in your pocket. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
that's like there'd be old footage of I remember ASAP Rocky. You know ASAP Rocky, right?
Yes, I do.
There's a
I know that one.
All right,
I
Pat,
don't
your
mean
gold
that. You know
star.
what I mean? I don't mean like that one. You know, I mean, you know what I mean.
Don't worry, Pat, your gold star is coming in the mail. But no, there's like old footage when ASAP Rocky was like coming up, and he'd like fucking go to the concert with like a $40,000 chain,
Yeah, what are you
and
doing,
then
man?
jump into the crowd, and it was the same thing. He's like, "Yo, where that motherfucker who stole my chain?" It's like ASAP Rocky. If I give you a piece of advice, when you have the chain around your neck, that's the price of a mid-level sedan.
Yeah,
Like don't jump into the crowd, dude.
yeah. They need
Like you're just asking for that shit to
mid-level
get snatched.
sedans. That's what they need. Their moms, most of those people, moms drove them there. So if you drop a mid-level sedan, they're gonna pick it up.
That's what they're used to.
Yeah, that's what they want. So
That's
if
what
you,
they're used to.
I'll say wear whatever you want, but don't get fucking salty when somebody steals it at a punk show. Like
Dude, that's one of the best. That's one of the best clips I've ever seen of fucking T-Pain. Because people were trying to call T-Pain out because they caught him wearing fake jewelry, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "People know me. I'm not gonna wear that shit just to the fucking store." Or he's like, "I'm not gonna wear the real shit just to the store, to the concert. People are gonna try to steal my shit. They know I'm rich."
right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
unless
dude."
there's security or some shit. Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, the best people being on stage shit I ever saw was I saw the Dropkick Murphys at Warped Tour one year. And during their last song, they would usually end, I think, with Barroom Heroes, and they would bring a lot of people on stage. But then they had this like big fucking jack dude with a big ass like gardening hat or something.
Yeah.
And it was so goddamn funny because he was there to basically like be the bouncer of the stage to be like, club's full. And when it got full, you just saw him fucking palm children. he just would put his whole palm on top of a teenager's head and just shove him off the stage.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Is so goddamn funny. But dude, the fucking just staying on stage. Here's the thing I don't identify with. I can definitely see someone being a little overzealous for a couple seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
in this video, that shout out to the red herring that the red herring posted. Like this dude's just like, I'm in the band now. Like
Yeah. He's
how
like headbanging.
how at like no that people like that boggle my mind. At no point did it come over him of like, oh, everyone like thinks I'm a dick. Like, what was he thinking in that moment? What was he thinking? Just like, oh, everyone's gonna be so jealous of me, or I'm just gonna they're gonna be all hyped that I'm just rocking out with the band.
Yeah. I wonder, but I always, so I think there's a weird thing that there's a weird like tick that I kind of developed from going to concerts early on. Or
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it's
you.
just like a
That's you're stimming because of the autism. That's what that is.
oh, is that
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it
It
is?
keeps you kind of like grounded. No, I'm saying from personal experience.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a thing where it's maybe it's more of a misjudgment. I see that guy and I see him being like ironic or like him going like, huh, yeah, fucking rocking out, right? But I think that's just nervous, like drunk douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen that guy a lot of times. I think they're just a guy that doesn't understand the scenario. Like I think he's fucked up and he jumped up there and like you said, he wanted to feel special. Like I'm a part of the band. I'm like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones guy. I'm just gonna fucking dance. You know what I mean? Like, and I
I
wonder if
will.
that's what it is. Like he was just kind of like he just kind of froze because he just loved that feeling of like the music behind him. And he's just like, they're out there now, and I'm the rock star, you know, kind of thing. Or I don't know,
I
but it
respect
always
your.
looked ironic.
I respect your open-minded interpretation, but I genuinely like if that guy hasn't seen this tweet or anything, he still doesn't know he did something wrong.
Right.
The vibe I get is that dude genuinely doesn't know he was being a douchebag.
Damn. Sorry, I'm trying to find. I looked up I think it might have been 2011, but I don't remember it being at that venue. I was trying to find the Dead Kennedys concert. I wanted to see if I could find if anybody was filming that. Have you done that at all?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
did
ever?
that after I went to go see Knock Loose because I was like very drunk, getting very active
Yeah,
in the pit. So I was trying to see. I was wondering if anyone got. I was like, because I was like, did I look like a complete asshole?
that's what I'm
Just
always
like,
afraid of. Yeah.
yeah. Wait, I gotta play this because fucking um one of my favorite bands, Counterparts, threw this one in the comments. This made me laugh really hard. They had a similar incident at one of their shows, I guess.
I hate that. I hate when they point to the crowd.
Wait, did you hear that?
Oh yeah, what do you say about this fucking guy?
And like, here, I'll play it one more time for the people. Dude, the way it lines up with the breakdown is just so fucking perfect. It's like it was the gang yell right before the breakdown. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I hate this fucking guy.
I think there's like it's a weird thing too. Like that guy definitely had the I have the power here kind of thing. Like he's the guy that pointed at the crowd and went like this, and then like don't, you know what I mean? Like, but you got to go in. That's the main thing is, unless in a scenario like I was in where the music stopped and then everybody just kind of had to start filing off stage because there was no crowd. Like there were like you weren't gonna crowd
Because they
surf
got
at
in
that point.
trouble.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it all felt like that kind of like everybody's going like, well, he's joking, and then like it wasn't like, oh no, he's serious, and like now he expects us to like. So they ended up finishing the song, but like after everybody got off stage, he like fucking threw the mic, like Mike, see you later, bye, and left, and then like that was it. I don't know, I have no idea, no update. I was actually trying to find if I could find anything on that, uh, from back in the day, but I don't think there was anything there. It's just ended up getting to meet East Bay Ray though that night. That was pretty cool, the guitar player.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
But it was a very, oh god damn it. I do have that. I forgot because I got his fucking autograph. I'll have to update you later on what that is. I have the ticket stub from that show in my fucking
Oh my
in my
god,
truck
dude.
downstairs.
You having to fucking confirm every aspect of this story. We believe you, Pat. We
You asked me
believe
what year, and I have the evidence somewhere, but I can't pull off the top of my dome.
it's okay, buddy.
I'll
That
get
that
to
que-
the receipts.
I hey man, I left that back 15 minutes ago when I asked the question.
Who? What?
Yeah. We have a couple minutes. Let me just this is what the band actually said about the thing. Like I said, the band, they're called Currents. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think this is like their lead singer. He was like, "Don't flame the homie," which he's just trying to be like, I don't want that
Yeah,
fan to feel bad, but I also hate him.
yeah.
He's just trying to live it up. Here's your sign not to do this for a few reasons. And he goes, extreme self and venue liability. The longer you're up there, the more chance you have of injuring yourself or being injured by security. I don't know where they were on this either. Yeah, that's a good question. Is that's another thing, and that kind of correlates to comedy shows too, where you're like when someone is heckling for a really long time, you're like, is there any fucking security here? Like that'll happen a lot of times.
People shouldn't be allowed to get on stage. That's the whole point of security, is to secure the people. Like you're securing everyone. You're
Yeah.
making a secure place.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that thing usually, I know that at least for that particular thing, there is a, like, you're allowed to be on stage sometimes for like 2 seconds or something, like, as long as you jump on, jump off. Like, but for the most part, I think they kind of eliminated being able to go on stage in most
Well,
bigger
I was
venues.
gonna I was gonna say the most you should be allowed to do is you get on stage, you fucking go to the edge, and you hit them with like a woo, and then you jump off. That's
Yeah,
like the most you should. That's the most you should be comfortable with doing.
yeah,
Anything after that, it's just you're you're like holding you're like holding the crowd hostage, if that makes any sense. Like
yeah,
no one came to like see you do that shit, but like you're taking advantage of the parameters of this moment to like just, hey, everyone pause on your fun for about a minute because I'm gonna hold this entire room hostage so
right.
I can have a good time.
Yeah, he kind of addressed that at the bottom there too.
Yeah, so he goes, it's a huge safety risk and you could land the venue in some serious trouble if something happens to you. Yeah, I don't know how much of a real concern that is. Like the only safety concern would be someone fucking punch him in the head for being a jerk off.
Yeah, or him
Uh
jumping, like he said, like jumping after the song is done or something, like some stupid like that, I guess.
yeah, fair enough. You're killing the vibe for the band. We're clearly not stoked and super uncomfortable in the video. We're pretty chill, but things like this have been becoming an increasing problem lately and won't be as possible in the future. That's really funny to say that after you go, don't flame the guy. He's just trying to live it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
It's just,
We've really been
we're just
dealing with
like,
this a lot.
but by the way, you living it up ruins it for
You're
everyone,
killing our
bruh.
vibe, man. We were really uncomfortable. You can see it. It's very clear.
Yeah, just let the homie rock out. But just so you know, when you rock out, everyone hates you.
Let him hate. Let everybody hate him. It's okay.
You're killing the vibe for others. We all know crowd surfing, stage diving is a thing. You're stopping other people from getting their shot by not getting off in a timely manner. Think of the homies in the room on and off the stage. Just make it fast. Yeah. Just fucking it's not about you. Fucking have your little woo and then get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah, I get. So essentially, that's meaningless what he did. Everything he just did was meaningless. He agrees with the video.
What?
Him reposting it to say don't flame the homie was him like saying like, hey guys, don't be rude to this guy. But then he's like, then here's 3 reasons why you absolutely should be rude to this guy, so that he doesn't do this again. Like he didn't do anything because that's what the initial intent of the video was to say.
Well, no, you saw the way he laid out that tweet. He wanted the first tweet to make him like to just be like guys. Political.
We're all family.
Yeah, he the first tweet was to be political, but then the next 3, because not everyone is gonna open up and read the thread, but the next 3 were like, just so we all know, this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, he said what the guy from Counterpart said in like so many less words, or I guess so many more words. I would say the guy from Counterparts definitely got it right. He got the same sentiment. I fucking hate this guy.
The guy from Counterparts cut to the chase in the best way possible.
Yeah, that's exactly how he felt. And that's the start and the end of it. Like, he's not going to hate that guy forever. He's not going to hold a grudge. He's not going to ban him from all their shows forever. Like, that's not ever that. It literally is the start and end of it is, I fucking hate this guy. And that's it. So like, that's what he meant to say when he retweeted it. He spent more time tweeting all of that than he actually felt uncomfortable probably in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took him a little bit. He noticed the guy and he was like, what's going on with this guy? All right. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? Like that's how long it was for them. It was like a minute, or like not even a minute or whatever, but it was like, it's I think literally if he had the right breakdown set up, like it was at the end of the song, he couldn't end the song with, I fucking hate this guy. Even though he should have. Why not? Just say it. That's what you want to say. Just say that. Don't say, yeah, the homie, you fucking hate this guy.
Nah, the Currents band, they also made themselves look like pussies in a way, because, not to be harsh, but they just kind of like stood there and watched him. And it's like, at least the guy from No Pressure was like tapping him, like, come on, get out of here.
Get on now.
But yeah, they're just kind of like, whenever he's done, we'll just let him tucker himself out whenever he's done.
Yeah. Like, I don't, you have no need to be scared of this guy, except for, I mean, again, not to bring up terrible old shit, but the Dimebag Daryl shit.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. But that's literally, I think, the only time it's happened, right?
I'm sure it's happened a few more times. I know like Dave Chappelle got attacked the one time, and then no, it's happened a handful of times. Like not flat out get shot, but there's been a handful of times where like fan will run up on stage and attack the artist.
But I guess in those scenarios, for the most part, they're like, no fans were ever supposed to be in the stage at all. Like in a lot of the rock show like scenarios, it's kind of normal to have that. Like you said, we're all used to it.
Yeah, like, true.
So I don't know how uncomfortable I would feel. I wouldn't feel I think uncomfortable is the nice way to say fucked up about, like pissed off about, or like even like we thought you were retarded. We couldn't tell if you were, again, that kid that just sits down and he's like, he kicks him like, come on buddy, you got to get the fuck out of here. And that's what you have to do. You just got to treat them like drunk people, because most of them are drunk people, and you shouldn't have to be scared of drunk people. That's fine.
Here, wait. I got a great thing to end the podcast. The funniest way. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, here it is. The funniest way in the world to deal with a guy jumping on stage. This is a Riff Raff. You remember Riff Raff?
I believe so. Rapper, right?
Yeah. He's
yeah, I remember this guy.
Yeah. This is without question the funniest way to deal with a guy jumping on stage. Dude, the guy's on stage for 2 seconds and Riff Raff's bodyguard just football tackles him. Dude, look at him.
That was a fucking that was a chick.
No, I think it's like a small dude.
I don't know. I think that's a chick, dude.
No, I think it's a little boy. Let's
Right
play it
there?
in slow motion. Just
Looks
watch
like
this watch this guy come out of like he's mid-flight.
And he lands like on his spine too. Like he like
yo, and I never noticed this. Watch. Tap, tap. Already like on the second tap,
that's 2 seconds.
turned away.
Yeah.
He's in the process of walking away.
Right.
And the guy's like, nah, I'm 3 times your size.
He led with the head too. It's an illegal NFL hit, even.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that he dealt with this kid this way.
Holy shit.
Just bah.
And the kid looks like he laid him out.
Oh, dude, here. Oh, this is the best part. Watch how he gets him off the stage.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling.
Oh, the kid's passed out.
Yes.
And
nice. Flip.
Whoop. And there's like
awesome.
the best part you see there's like 2 girls down there and they're like, what? He's dead. I think the big guy killed him.
He might have. That's crazy.
Yeah, he might have. R.I.P. that boy or girl.
Now I will say the only other time that can backfire, and the reason I would understand if a band is uncomfortable with somebody being on stage would be the case of the Lamb of God lead singer.
Yeah.
Where he murdered a guy by accident.
Well, no, that's why if you go on stage, like this is why when certain things like this happen, I never get into the weeds of like, well, he should have done this or he should have done that. And it's just like, nah, dude, they don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah. So just know when you go on stage, just be aware that certain people are going to deal with you in a certain type of way. So, when you watch that video with 2020 hindsight, you go, yeah, that was a little bit overboard, but also at the same time, I know it's like a little non-threatening kid, but also it's like, you don't know what he's about to fucking do.
You don't know
like
what he's on, that fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that guy could have been completely reactionary and shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't jump on stage unless you're trying to jump right off. You know what I mean?
And don't touch the band.
Yeah, don't touch them.
Touch the fucking band, you weirdo. Don't touch the band, you creep.
Yeah. I will say this, though. One time I saw Run the Jewels when they were still small, and, like, Killer Mike was on the other stage, and he, like, dapped me up. That was crazy.
But were you on stage, too?
Yeah, I jumped up. I jumped on Killer Mike. I stole his chain. I ran away.
Yeah. And he was like, why'd you steal my chain?
He's like, oh, Run the Jewels. That's why.
Because
he turns the LP. He's like, is that why we called it Run the Jewels?
And he was doing this.
That would be great. That son of a gun. Won't happen to me again, but this time, that fucking guy. All right, we fucking did it today. Great job, Pat.
You're welcome, everyone.
You're fucking welcome. We did it, and you're welcome. Pat, check him out, Baby Mermaid Productions. You guys know where the fuck I'm at. Until next time, we love you all. Be about it. Peace.